So are you looking for a sport that's fun and challenging for not only you, but your canine? How about agility? This is Jay you're looking at and his daddy Mark, and they are going to show us how we can get involved.
Very good.
So this is agility, Mark, and Jay seems to be very good at it, but you said anybody can take part.
Right, anybody with a dog and a good attitude could do it and be very successful at it.
And be very successful. I mean, what I love about it, and I have done it with my Inoki, who doesn't listen to anything, the fun thing is they have fun and we have fun. And I think we see that in Jay.
He loves it. It creates a bond. We're out there doing something together. He's getting exercise. When we're done, he's exhausted. And it's mentally stimulating for the dog. I mean, he's learning every obstacle. And every time you link the obstacles together differently, it's like a whole new experience for the dog. So the dog leaves the park exhausted mentally and physically, and that's a great dog to have at home.
Oh, and that's the best, right? And we're exhausted too, because you go along with your dog. And you see here, folks, we've set up a small agility, but the fun thing about agility also is the course changes, so it challenges the dog's mind as well.
Exactly, exactly.
And just some of these pieces, explain briefly. We had the little jump we
saw.
Sure,
we have 2 jumps.
And that goes up and down depending upon the height of your dog.
Exactly.
So that, if you have a small dog, it would be further down,
yes,
depending. We have the tunnel
that they go through, and
sometimes these can be longer.
Yes.
And they go through that, and then again we have another jump.
Yep.
So it really varies.
There's A-frames. There's all sorts of complicated and simple equipment. Whatever you feel like setting up and training, you can do.
You can do. And you don't have to have a border collie, because often when we see these big competitions in agility, and they're really cool, most of the dogs seem to be a border collie or maybe sometimes a shepherd, but any dog can take part.
They are. The border collies are very, very high drive, and Jay is very high drive also.
You see the ball and the treats.
Right, and all you have to do is show Jay, the border collie, what to do to get the reward that they want. And that's the art from the trainer's point of view. If the dog wants to play tug of war, it's silly to reward him with food. So it can be very complicated in learning your dog and all the learning theory applications, but the idea is to find out what your dog wants, show him how to get it, and then everybody's on the same page.
Oh, I love it. And this is the weave poles, and these we
Yes.
often see. Let's see if he'll do this.
These are the hardest.
These are the
these
hardest.
Are the hardest things.
And as we do this, I want folks to know that you're setting up a group and wanting folks out there to get involved. It's not an expensive sport.
Not at all.
And anybody can do it coming out to the park with your dog.
Right. We're about 5 or 6 people now, and we'd like the more the better. And ideally, we would like it once everybody decides, okay, this is something I would like. Each person, if they were to get one piece of equipment, we could have a huge course and all sorts of things. Place, stay. Okay, weave. Good, good,
Ooh.
good. Now back, whoops.
Whoa.
Okay. Weave. Good, good, good.
Fabulous.
Very good.
And
now he gets his ball.
Now he gets his treat, his reward. Depending on, there
for
he
the,
goes.
For the reward.
So, Mark, come on down here one more time, because again, let's tell folks out there, because we wanted to bring this. Mark called me and said, I have this great idea. I want folks to get together and experience agility that have never done it, or maybe you have. It's an easy sport and it's so much fun. So you're hoping that folks will give you a call and join in?
And we train at in Norwalk, Taylor Farm, right near Calf Pasture Beach. But if we got people in Westport, there's a dog park in Westport, we'd be more than willing to move it around week by week, depending where people wanted. So
give them a call at 203-434-2260. Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Jay. And as we go to break, take a look at this. It's so cute. You've heard of the bunny hop, right? But how about the bunny walk? Well, we'll be hopping back right after this. Well, welcome back. You remember Mark and Jay. We invited them to hang out and take a look at this. Guys, I don't know, Mark, look at this. Imagine it's a dog's life like this. You're looking at Yangtze River #2, a very handsome Tibetan Mastiff who has to be the most expensive dog in the world, maybe even in the universe. I know Jay was adopted, but this dog certainly wasn't. A Chinese woman by the name of Mrs. Wang bought him for over $582,000. Can you imagine that? Hard to believe. She says she plans to mate him and is quoted as saying, "Gold has a price, but this Tibet Mastiff doesn't." I guess not, Mark. And I don't know about you, I don't have bed bugs, but we want to show you an amazing dog that is actually working and sniffing out bed bugs.
Wow.
I know. Maybe you can do that, Jay. Take a look at this.
You know how some dogs are trained to heel, roll over, or play fetch? Well, Ruby has a nose for something a little different, sniffing out bed bugs. And her owner says it's created a lucrative business.
Show me. My dog is my boss. It's my paycheck. We do this every morning. Show me. To reinforce the scent.
Don Frey is going through some daily training with his dog Ruby.
Show me.
Ruby simply sits when she's found what they're looking for, but what she's sniffing out may surprise you.
As we open this up, there's the bed bugs. When Ruby says there's bed bugs, I will definitely back her up 100%.
She's sniffing out bed bugs for customers who are worried they may have unwanted house guests.
Good girl. It's a very difficult bug to get rid of.
Frey's Stratford-based company Bedbug Finders helps people battling these bugs by detecting what you may not see.
This bug comes out in the middle of the night. They prey on you.
Frey planted containers of the unwanted bug around his home to show us how good Ruby's nose really is.
You can see the bed bugs.
And he says in the last year alone, business has boomed.
Maybe doubled.
Which means Ruby has earned her naps.
I'm not going to argue. She's my paycheck.
But there's little time to rest before the next job, which Ruby gladly does for the right price.
She knows the routine, and when she says there's bed bugs, I better feed her.
Frey says Ruby tends to find 70% of bed bugs in mattresses. They're called bed bugs, but says they can really be found most anywhere. They've found bugs in magazines, clocks, and picture frames. If you want more tips on what you should do to protect yourself from bed bugs or what to do if you found them, go to our website, news12.com. In Monroe, Shauna Ryan, News 12, Connecticut.
Wasn't that amazing?
Very.
Amazing. All right. Well, as we leave you, we're going to show you a video of Dally and Bristol. They are the bestest of friends, a kitty and a doggy, and they are the kids of our wonderful weather woman, Jamie Booth. So thanks for sharing this, Jamie, and thank you everybody out there for being a part. This has been Pet Talk.
Best friends do. Aw, you guys are cute.
Can't get enough of News 12.